Hello and welcome back to my video. In this video I'm going to explain to you the stages of understanding, as I promised in my previous video. Someone asked me, can you explain more about the connection between the baptized and the vaccines and what's not, and the being born in the sin. You see, back then when the Catholic Church were born, everybody was a sinner. They were, from the beginning, you were born already trouble. That's why you need to be baptized, cleansing. Right now your child is born, is already in trouble because it needs to be vaccinated. The vaccine needs to be done because the kid may have a disease, then the disease can be spread to other kids. Let's not get into details because that's just load of crap. But anyway, your kid, if he's not vaccinated, is going to have problems going to school, to university, so it's not. So you don't see the connection probably between the Holy Inquisition, the Spanish Inquisition, and the vaccines right now. The same beings that were trying to experience life back then, they are back, they are experiencing life right now in different settings, they are using different tools. And I recognize a lot of them. But to understand this whole concept that I am saying, you need to be aware of all those three stages of understanding, because each one is giving you different access to different information. Everything is in front of you. You don't have to look too far. It's just right in front of you. Just you need to change the way you see these things. In the meantime, ta-da! My book is back from the. Finally, I received the copies from Amazon store. That's how it looks from the front. That's how it looks from the back. And to make sure it's not just funny book, there are pages written by me. You can read it. All right, I appreciate if you do, and just leave me a comment at Amazon. What do you think about that book? Actually, this is the first book from the series. There's going to be second edition, third edition, and so on, until I am exhausting with the material that's presented in here. So now I'm going to use a visual medium explaining this whole three stages of understanding, okay? So I am using this image of a cornfield to explain the phenomenon of those three stages of understanding. Each stage is divided further on levels. So let's go to stage one. So at stage one, you see this is the bottom. That's where everything starts growing from bottom up. As in this cornfield, same thing with our life. Everything is happening at that stage. Here the bugs, the bacteria, what's not, they are breaking down the food, and which is then used by the plant to grow. And those bugs, they struggle, they fight between each other, they kill each other, they do nasty things, much like in real life. People struggle, people do argue, people do things, and they feel like slaves. They go to work and come home, they don't really enjoy life much because they think that the system is set up in such a way that it has to be that way. So they don't see that actually from their action, from whatever they do, whatever they put up there, the upper part of that plant is growing on that shit, on that decay of that, I should say, fertilizer. That's the anger, the hatred, this whole thing. That's the plant is growing above that. Now, in the cornfield is the same thing. There is constantly death on that bottom part. That leaves, whatever falls down, whatever is being killed or dying in the process because they just exhausted the life form, the lifespan. But it's instantly being digested and turned into either fertilizer or some other stuff that is being used by the plant. So here, at this stage, we have all the BLM, the Antifa, all the crusaders for the anti-vaxxers, the anti-chip inserters, and all this conspiracy stuff is going right here. And believe me, those crusaders that are trying to do a good thing for you, they are not. They are actually making that situation much, much worse. But they don't understand that. They just decided to take all that information as it is. In many cases, it's not even real information, it's just speculation because they don't investigate properly and they are just, those are assumptions. So that's stage one. Now we are moving to stage two. At stage two, this is the trunk of that plant, the stem on that carry out the the food towards the top, where there is the flowering, where there is going to be the fruit or the seeds. This part is less dense. There is not much struggle. They just are. They know that their job is just they are like a conduits of nutrients upwards. They just enjoy that moment. They don't do much. They don't go down to the stage one and they tell those bugs, shut up, don't fight, don't do this, don't do that. They just don't do that because they know that at some point they understand that there is most likely another level above them, another stage where they are nothing more than just a conduit between the bottom and the top. They also understand to a degree that all those bugs, the bacteria on the bottom, they actually do good things for them, and that's why they don't rock the boat. They just they are just observers. They just don't want to uh, do too much waves, too much noise. They just are. Okay, and now we are moving to stage three. At stage three, this is the part where um, one that is at the stage three of understanding of the principles of how this world works and what is happening, is having a very tough time to communicate with stage one. Basically, the people from stage one, the bugs, the bacteria, the BLM, the Antifa, they will always antagonize the stage three people because to them they are idiots. To them, they see them like they don't have any morals, they don't have any standards, because they see the world in a way, a contradicting way to stage one. That's why there is always the hostility. However, people from stage three, they will not engage in arguments. They will just uh, accept whatever is coming their way because they are open and they they are willing to accept and respect. That's the part, because at this level, you on this stage, you understand that anything that is happening on the bottom is to support the whole plant to produce seeds or fruits, whatever that case might be. And whatever is happening down there, they don't come down and they will tell, okay, do this or do that. They also understand that there are other factors in this process of growing that plant. There is the wind, there is the weather factors like rain, sunshine. Uh, so they, at this stage, they see all elements working and interacting in unison. They do understand that. That's the stage three. Here, when you elevate yourself to that level, whatever you see today as the vaccines, the 666 number, the sign of the beast, um, the implants and what's not, you will see this in different field, in different light. You will understand why this is done. Like, not many people understand that this COVID-19, it was done in such a way that you don't have to look very hard, that someone was trying to show you that this whole system is corrupted. The doctors know that. The politicians know that. You don't have to look very hard because it was done to let you know that this whole thing is just screw up. Same thing with the 666 number. They know your reaction to that. They know that you are, many of you are religious fanatics, and they understand your reaction to that. They knew that you are going to act the way you are acting. That was the whole point of this exercise. Then the resolution of 060606 was the same principle here. It is finally to show you that uh, the system that you have in place is not working, it's not serving not only you, but the people which seemingly are above that. This is a very dangerous situation where both sides are screwed. Look at this picture here. You do know that if there is a poison going to go into the roots, the whole plant is going to die. Don't you think that the people that are at stage 3, they don't understand that? They do. So maybe what is happening with the BLM and Antifa and all the others, it is to send a message to you that something is really very wrong and it would be time to cooperate. That is up to you. I am not going to tell you what to do, but in my opinion, you should start looking for a solution where everybody is involved in this, in cooperative and cooperating and working towards not repairing, because this system is past repair. It cannot be. You need to start a new complete system with different values, with different principles, but you need to still use the old stuff. You can't just, when you want to design a new tool, you cannot just go and throw everything out and then you have no tools to create a new one. You need to use the old tools to fashion a new tool. And then when you have the new tools, then you can throw the old ones out. That's how it goes. So I hope I just give you a better understanding of this, what's happening in the world. Things are not what they seem. As I mentioned before, you're going to be bombarded with more stuff, with all kinds of conspiracies or all kinds of um, shady dealings, all kinds of stuff that just take your attention from the real issues. There is a group of people, we call them elites. Elites are divided. They are not just one big giant group that agree on everything. There are some issues that they disagree. And those elites, they understand that once you get organized and you start working towards something different, they will step in and they will participate. But there are also another group. The frightening thought to them is that actually Antifa, the BLM, and everybody else, bikers, at some point they might come together and start working together. This is a really frightening message for them. Like, no, 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 they cannot work together because it's over. That's for us, we are done. That's the key. You need to start working together, cooperate. I mentioned in one of my videos that COVID-19, it's like you remember Philadelphia Project, Manhattan Project. This is COVID project. The C, I already decoded for you, stands for cooperative or coordinated, and D stands for data. And then you can decode the others. I already know what that means, but anyway. So thank you for watching this short video. I hope I could help you understand that, you know, the things are not always what they seem. You need to do a little bit more digging. You need to just stop and think. You know, the things that are coming at you, they might look the way they look, but you need to ask your questions. What's behind it? What's the reason? Why is this happening? Is there a possibility that there is a bigger picture behind this? And usually it is. And don't worry if you still struggle to getting to the level 3, the stage 3. Many of you will, however, accidentally get there. There are not many, however, from the field of spirituality, the gurus on all the subject like personal development, that might be surprising to you. Their job is to speak your language, so therefore they are operating, some of them at stage 2, but most of them they are still at stage 3, and they are saying what's in fashion, what's believable, what's accepting. Well, I mean, what's accepted by you, that sounds correct to you, that's something that is appealing to you. They don't necessarily know stuff. They simply are authorities because they have a huge follow-up. That doesn't mean that they are actually authority on anything. And then there is the stage 2 where some of them they present opinion staying away from pointing to one way or the other. And then when you have someone from stage 3, those great masters, most people have problem to understand what they are saying, because many things that they are saying are contradicting the established dogma. And people at that stage, they tend to just form societies, they form brotherhoods, they form organizations that they share the information among themselves, because they don't want to rock the boat at number 1. They don't want to draw anger towards them. They don't want to be prosecuted for their views and so on. And believe me, when you reach that stage, you will see what I'm saying. That's doesn't mean that you are insensitive to what is happening in the world, but if you, let's say, are trying to help people that are in need, your actions can actually make the situation much worse, which is the case of charities. People say, no, you have to help the people because they are in need and so on. You are extending their suffering, nothing more. But that is going to be a separate video on this subject farther down the road. I don't know when. So again, thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to this channel, share the video, and of course click the notification bell so you will be notified as soon as the videos arrive. So have a pleasant day. See you soon.